again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel for my second video today. And this is the last layout that I'm going to make using my stash kit for October 2020. I am also playing along again at Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And this sketch is the sketch from day 27. I did kind of have it there. I kind of followed the sketch, but then I kind of forgot and went off path and kind of did my own thing as the layout progressed. So right there I was looking for some more blue because my background is blue, and I am scrapbooking 3 pictures of my son and testing for his next Taekwondo belt. And right here I go ahead and take out my Martha Stewart circle cutter, and I'm going to go ahead and use this beautiful paper here, which I cannot believe that I haven't used yet, but in a 6x8 it's kind of hard. But there's a circle element on this sketch, and I really like the way that this turned out, so see, I was all happy. Woo-hoo. Anyway, this layout did not take long at all. It took me roughly 20 minutes to complete, so obviously, you know, I don't like to talk myself for longer than 10 to 15 minutes, so I went ahead and sped her up. That all being said, we're going to move on, and I'm going to go ahead and trim out my photos. I'm going to go ahead and make them to 3x3s and get them nicely trimmed down. Now there is only one edit in this video where it cut off because my alarm clock went off to tell me it was time to get up. I know, right? I get up like between 3:30 and 4:30, but I always set my alarm clock for 5:45 just in case I do not wake up, and then at least it gives me 50 minutes to wake up before I have to get in the shower. Oh, I love me sometimes. So I do go ahead, and like I said, I do not really cut anything out of the video. I am going to go ahead and back these 3 photos on Stampin' Up! Night of Navy cardstock. I have a lot of 8.5 by 11 cardstock in my stash that I have made it a mission for the next probably year to try to use as much as possible, because I used to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you guys all know that, and I was heavily into making cards. Not anymore. I stopped that in about 2016 when I went through my divorce. I got out of the crafty world, and when I moved, when me and my son moved into this house, which is our new house, I had a craft room that I made right here, which I had one in my old house, and I got into scrapbooking because I had kind of started dabbling into the scrapbooking at the beginning mid to 2016, and was breaking away from card making, and the divorce just kind of helped that right along. So I'm going to go ahead and use up a lot of the paper pad that I have from the Paige Evans Truly Grateful, and you'll see all those pieces right there. Now I know it was weird the way that I matted those photos, because there's a banner strip that kind of runs along the page, and I was going to make that into my banner, and then I was like, nah, it's too big, so I'll come back and do something later. So I'm going to go ahead and trim these down. Now I do trim them down to the size that I want them to be, and then I pretty much tear them in half and, you know, extend them underneath everything so they look like they're 12 by 12 pieces of pattern paper, but it's okay that they're not. I was trying to pull in as many blue elements as I could, and if you even noticed, I pulled over the remaining papers that I had from the journaling pad of Chamel's field trip, and I just couldn't make them work. See right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, these are not going to work. This is when I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and rip them and make them work. In the sketch, there is actually an element down on the bottom left hand of the page. I don't do that at all. I barely even put any embellishments on this, because after I get all these fabulous pattern papers on there, I just really like the way it looks. So I was like, this is fun. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, and there's just a weird space between the circle and the butterfly paper, and I just could not, I didn't like it there, so that's basically what I pulled that green cuckoo clock paper out for, because I'm going to go ahead and hide that weird spot up. Right here, I'm just going to roughly eyeball it and get these onto the layout. I sure hope straight. And so I just pull it right up and then move it around, and there was no point even doing that, but it's totally fine. I get it stuck down, and I'm hoping that even if it's not, it'll work. So here's where I'm going to come in. I just tear it. I'm like, yep, we're just going to get that stuck right there, and we're going to put this one right here, and I love it. So now I'm going to kind of pull it apart, and I keep putting it back together too, just to make sure I have things in the correct place. I'm going to use this whole sheet right here and just pull it over a smidge. I do go ahead and get this guy stuck down. See, I'm making him come back. And in just a minute, it's where my alarm clock is going to go off, and you're going to see it like jump, and then it's going to be right back to where it was, because all I did was stop it and start refilming it. Yep, there you go. So I just tore the butterfly paper. Looking at it now, I really should have inked the edges of everything, because I'm really trying to remember to do that, but it's a struggle bus for me, because for the last 7 months, I have an L-shaped desk, so the L kicks off to my right, so that I have windows in front of both of my desks, and that is where my computer sat for work, and so all of that was taken up by like several computers and all the trimmings that I need to complete my job. And now that I'm back in the office, I've cleaned that all off, but that is where all my October daily items are, because, you know, I didn't need all the desk space apparently. Anyway, I have no idea why I was ranting about that for a minute. I totally lost my train of thought, and I do apologize. Anyway, back to this layout. That was weird, huh? I am just getting everything stuck down, and I'm going to lower that tree paper just a bit. And I brought the tree paper in because it had blue in it, which is what the background is. So I'm just trying to bring more of the blue into the layout, because I have a blue background. So I'm going to go ahead and get this circle stuck onto the page, and I do make sure to hide the pinker parts. Obviously I want, you know, see. And I'm going to get that stuck on there. And then I'm going to come in with this, and I cut this for some reason twice. I cut it into 2x8 strips, but I only need one. I don't know, really. I honestly don't know what I was thinking when I did this, but anyway, I fishtail each side and stick it underneath the pictures on the left and right side of the pictures. And just to bring some more purple into it, because I really wanted to use that sheet, I'm going to get that stuck right there. I come in and just snip that off just a bit and run this on the other side. And there is not too much more that I'm going to do to this layout. I mean, I do go ahead and grab the 6x12 sticker sheet. That is where I grab that sticker, and I just kind of futz around to see where I might want it. I'm going to go ahead and stick it right there. That is going to serve as my title. I'm going to put these little word stickers around because they're cute. I do use some birds and stuff on this. See, little puffers. I'm going to get him. I'm just like, oh, where am I going to put this guy here? And I do kind of create a little cluster where I'm going to put all this little stuff. So I'm going to come back in with another word. And we're going to stick a bird right there. I do use some stars and such on the layout, and just these little bitty puffy stickers just to bring some more fabulous elements to the layout. I'm just trying to see what else I can use, and here's where I come in with all these stars. And I do use, I think, all the stars that are left on the page. There's not too much more. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to go over and check out the Facebook group and all the ladies that have created fun layouts for the last 27 to 28 days, depending on what day they're on. Click that subscribe button below if you'd like to see more videos from me, and stay tuned for later on today when I have the wrap-up video. So that's it. Thanks, guys. Bye.